Ignoring this sign has kept you in a loop, but the moment you acknowledge it, you'll find the clarity and direction you've been longing for. This sign has been tapping you on the shoulder, trying to get your attention, because once you acknowledge it, your entire world will shift. You've been blind to the one thing that could turn everything around. The longer you wait, the more you risk missing the opportunity it brings. The more you resist this sign, the more stuck you'll feel. Embracing it could be the key to unlocking a future beyond your wildest dreams. This sign is persistent because it's meant to pull you out of the ordinary and into something extraordinary. But first, you must stop resisting. You've seen it, you've felt it, but you keep pretending it's not meant for you. This sign is the universe's way of telling you it's time to take the next step. You're standing at the edge of a breakthrough, but only if you stop ignoring the sign that's been pointing you toward something greater. What if this one sign is the opportunity you've been praying for? You won't know until you stop pushing it away and start embracing it. The signs have been there, patiently waiting for you to notice. Once you open your eyes to them, you'll see how perfectly the universe has been guiding you. You've been holding back, but this sign is telling you it's time to move forward, to step into the life you've always known was possible. The longer you deny this sign, the more you deny yourself the chance to experience the life-changing growth that comes with it. You've been ignoring this sign because it feels unfamiliar. But what if the unfamiliar is exactly what you need to step into your power? The sign has been clear, but your fears have been louder. It's time to quiet the fear and listen to the message that's been waiting for you all along. This sign is a gateway to a new beginning, but it's up to you to walk through it. Ignoring it won't change the fact that it's meant for you. You've been waiting for a breakthrough, and it's been waiting for you to notice this sign. The moment you do, everything will start to align. What if this one sign is the turning point, the catalyst for everything you've been waiting for? It's time to open your heart and mind to it. You've been sidestepping this sign because deep down, you know it's pushing you toward growth. But growth is exactly what you need right now. The sign you've been avoiding isn't just a nudge, it's a call to step into the life that's been waiting for you. Don't ignore it any longer. Ignoring this sign has kept you stuck, but acknowledging it will propel you into a new chapter filled with possibilities you never saw coming. This sign has been lingering for too long, and now it's demanding your attention because it holds the key to the next step in your journey. What if this one sign is the missing piece to everything you've been searching for? The longer you ignore it, the longer you delay your destiny. This sign has been persistent for a reason. It's time to stop pretending it's not there and start realizing how much power it holds to change everything. The signs have been showing you the way, but you've been too caught up in the noise of your fears. Now is the time to trust what you've been avoiding. You've seen this sign before, and each time you ignore it, you feel more disconnected. It's time to listen and let it guide you where you're meant to go. This sign isn't just about the present, it's about the future you've been dreaming of. It's time to stop ignoring it and start trusting in its message. The universe has been whispering to you through this sign, but the more you ignore it, the louder it will get until it can't be silenced anymore. You've known this sign was meant for you, but you've been too afraid to embrace the change it brings. Now is the time to face that fear. This sign is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. The longer you ignore it, the longer you'll remain stuck on the wrong side. You've felt the pull of this sign, but you've been resisting it. The moment you stop resisting, you'll see how much it's been trying to help you. This sign has been a beacon, guiding you toward the life you're meant to live. Ignoring it only keeps you in the shadows of what could be. You've been avoiding this sign because it feels overwhelming. But the truth is, the change it brings is exactly what you need to step into your greatness. The sign you've been ignoring is about to become impossible to overlook. And when that moment comes, you'll wonder why you waited so long to act. This sign has been pointing you in the right direction all along, but you've been too caught up in the distractions to notice. Now is the time to focus. What if this sign is the very thing that will unlock the doors to the life you've been dreaming of? Ignoring it will only keep those doors closed. Sometimes the smallest signs whisper the loudest, but we brush them off, not realizing they hold the key to the change we've been waiting for. That lingering thought, the one you keep pushing away, is the universe trying to guide you towards something life-altering. Are you ready to listen? You've overlooked the signs for so long, but deep down, you know they're there, waiting to change your path in ways you can't even imagine. What if the sign you've been ignoring is the very thing that could lead you to the life you've been dreaming of? It's time to pay attention. There's a reason this thought keeps resurfacing, nudging you toward action. It's not a coincidence. It's destiny calling. The truth is, the signs were never hidden. You've just been too afraid to acknowledge them because deep down, you know they demand change. You keep waiting for a sign, but it's been in front of you all along, quietly asking you to take the leap and trust the unknown. Ignoring this sign won't make it go away. It's only growing stronger, and one day it will be too loud to silence. You've been walking past the very thing that could shift your entire world, unaware that this sign is meant for you to see and act upon. The moment you stop ignoring the sign, you'll realize how much it's been trying to save you from heartache and lead you towards something greater. This sign isn't just a coincidence. It's the universe aligning things for you, but only if you're willing to acknowledge it. How many times will you dismiss this sign before you realize it holds the answer to everything you've been searching for? It's easy to ignore the signs when they challenge your comfort. But what if stepping out of that comfort is exactly what you need right now? Sometimes we ignore the signs because we're afraid of where they might lead. But deep down, we know they're leading us where we need to go. The sign you've been avoiding is the one thing standing between you and the life you've always wanted. Isn't it time you face it? What if this one sign is the catalyst for everything you desire? The longer you ignore it, the further you drift from the life waiting for you. The signs have been clear, but you've been blinded by fear. Open your eyes, and you'll see that the change you've been fearing is the breakthrough you've needed. This sign is not just a hint. It's a push from the universe, urging you to take control of your destiny before it's too late. You've been ignoring this sign because it scares you, But that fear is only a reflection of how powerful the change it brings could be. The truth is, you've always known this sign was there. You just weren't ready to embrace the changes it promised. It's not that the signs haven't been clear, but you've chosen to look the other way. What happens when you can't look away anymore? You've been given this sign for a reason, and the longer you ignore it, the more you delay the life-changing transformation it holds. There comes a moment when you can no longer ignore the signs, and that moment is closer than you think. Are you ready to listen? The signs aren't subtle anymore, and deep down, you know that this one holds the power to shift your world in unimaginable ways. Ignoring the sign won't stop the change from coming. It will only delay the inevitable. And sometimes, delay can cost you everything. You've been avoiding this sign because you know it demands action. But what if that action is the very thing that brings you the peace you've been seeking? The sign you've ignored for so long is about to make itself impossible to dismiss. And when that happens, everything will change. Your life has been waiting for you to acknowledge this sign. It's not too late, but every day you wait, the stakes grow higher. What if this sign is the universe's final nudge, its way of saying, this is your moment? Will you seize it or let it pass by? You've felt it for a while now, that nagging thought in the back of your mind. It's the sign you've been ignoring, and it's time to pay attention. The moment you stop pretending the signs don't exist, you'll see how clearly they've been guiding you all along. What if this one sign is the answer to the question you've been too afraid to ask yourself? The answer that could change everything. You've turned a blind eye to this sign, but it's not going away. It's persistent because it's meant to redirect your path to something greater. Deep down, you know this sign is for you. It's been calling your name, waiting for the day you're ready to acknowledge its power. The longer you ignore this sign, the more you'll regret it when you realize how much it could have changed. Don't wait until it's too late. You've seen the signs, you've felt the shift, but you've convinced yourself it's not meant for you. It is, and it's time you accept it.